Hey, what's up guys? So I've set myself a cool little challenge for the summer. I realised that when I was growing up, I was kind of blessed to have a BMX track near to my house, and there used to be quite a few of them around. And now there's a few sort of pump tracks around and some kind of hokey dirt jumps and some really good places. There's a place north, like 20 minutes drive, called Spooks, and they've got like a pizza oven and stuff at their trails. But one of the things I realise now is with very little time and not wanting to get in the car and drive away, what we need really is some local dirt trails. I remember like the videos like Sprung and Earthed and stuff like that. They always had some kind of like hip hop soundtrack and flow trails. You know, they had these kind of janky, you know, sets of doubles and stuff. But that's like where grassroots starts, isn't it? The local BMX tracks we had here at Shoreham, and there was one in Littlehampton. I think there's a pump track in Amring now, but it's, yeah, I don't know how often it's used. But I think that if we start building more dirt jumps, then we're going to end up with more people riding. Little tabletops are a kind of great place for people to get their first taste of actually getting in the air. You don't require to go in a car and drive somewhere. It's easy to get to. Mostly vandalism proof as well. So we looked around the local area, and we were kind of surprised to find a small patch of land, not like less than like 20 minutes ride my bike from my house, and it's in between two fields, and there's kind of a tree line, and there's some, you know, what we call kid digs, you know, like where they've tried to dig dirt. I don't really know what they're doing because no one's been there to show them. And it's overgrown with stinging nettles and stuff like that. So what we're doing now is we're going to organise a dig at this place. Having a talk around and looking on the council's bylaws and stuff, it looks like they've actually set it aside for a BMX track, which is probably a bit ambitious for a space that's quite small as it is. But we could definitely get 2 decent kind of dirt jump lines in there. And we're going to do it. So we've set aside a Sunday in a few weeks, and all of the details are below. But we'll show you kind of the area. One of the great things about this area is there's a car park, and it's off a main road, like the big main road that we have coast to coast. So if you want to hook up with some mates and they want to drive in, you can drive into there. Also means it's going to be kind of easy if we need to get in with tools. So on the dig day, we're going to arrive about 10 AM in the morning, and we're going to park in the car park and then take the tools over. First job's going to be strimming it. There's loads and loads of nasty stinging nettles and bracken, but luckily there's not very much litter or anything like that. Once we've got that, we'll bag all of that up, and there might be some snipping of pruning the trees and get them out of the way. And we can plan out the idea that we have for the actual space. The way I see it, there's a raised bit at the end, shown on the map here. This raised part is the kind of start ramp. In it we have 2 lines. The idea is that we have like kind of a beginner's line with a couple of tabletops that get progressively bigger, and then a pro line, but not for actual pros. Rollerball on the left hand side. What I'm keen is that nothing's too massive and gnarly in there, because it will kind of annoy the council and people will be talking about insurance and stuff like that. The idea of the whole area is just a little bit of flex and flow, somewhere where you can just get a little bit of air after work or before you start college in the morning or something like that, or just somewhere to meet up after a ride, because the South Downs Way is just above this track. On the day, we're going to need people with McLeod tools, rakes, shovels, wheelbarrows, strimmer, heavy duty gloves, garden sacks. Now, it's not going to be built on a day. I think that's a bit ambitious, but with enough pairs of hands, we'll get the area cleared out and get the lines at least designed. Start filling in any massive potholes and start raking up and making some free soil ready to start shaping. So if you're interested, all of the links are below. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments here. You share this to your friends if you're in the local area, or if you fancy travelling down. It's just nice to get involved in something like this, and more than anything, it's just a cool opportunity to get something done all together. And I think it's been a really, really long time since I've got together for an old school dig. Put some tunes on, hopefully sunny weather, easy ground, dig it up, get Sandy.